Army ROTC is one of the best leadership courses in the country. My name is Stephen Arisazabal, and I'm an MS4 cadet here at UNCC's Army ROTC program. Whether you are slightly interested in ROTC, currently enrolled in ROTC, or you're just trying to explore your options, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I hope that I can help guide you with your decisions. A few of the topics that I'll be discussing include the difference between an NCO and a commissioned officer, financial benefits of being a cadet, physical training, CWST, labs and FTX, CST, college life, Army components, and career opportunities. So a few things about me. I currently work at Chick-fil-A, where I've been at for the last 5 years. I'm Colombian, and I was also a part of JROTC in high school. I went to Rocky River High School, and I was in the program for all 4 years. I'm a cadet, obviously, and a fun fact about me is that I love chocolate. My undergrad major is communication studies, and I recently got accepted into grad school where I'll be majoring in public administration. The first point I want to clarify is the difference between an NCO and an officer. By joining ROTC, you are training to be a commissioned officer in the Army. So what's the difference? NCOs are enlisted soldiers with specific skills and duties. NCOs are leaders as well, however, it takes longer for them to start making those big picture decisions. Think of them as the backbone of the Army. Officers, on the other hand, are put into leadership positions immediately. The analogy that I like to use is comparing a classroom teacher versus a school administrator. So the classroom teacher is up front in front of the class executing that curriculum, while school administrators are functioning as supervisors and dealing with those big picture decisions. If you are motivated by money, I want you to know that there are numerous financial benefits to being a contracted cadet. Contracted cadets receive a cadet stipend of $420 every month. Army ROTC scholarships are offered in 2, 3, and 4-year scholarships. These scholarships cover tuition or room and board, as well as textbook and fee allowances, and the cadet stipend. The Department of Education found that, on average, it takes around 20 years for borrowers to pay off their student loans. By accepting a scholarship, the Army is lifting this heavy weight off your shoulders. I personally received a 3-year scholarship while in high school. The reason I mention this is because it's important for everyone to understand that you can apply for a scholarship while in high school or when you get to your college or university. In the picture, we have Cadet Young with our Professor of Military Science, Colonel Smith, receiving her scholarship. Physical training, also known as PT, is an absolute must in the Army. Here at UNCC's Army ROTC program, we conduct PT 3 days a week, usually on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. First formation is at 0550, and our last formation is at 0700. So PT is only for 1 hour. In this slide, I want to briefly overview the ACFT, which is the Army Combat Fitness Test. There are 6 events in this test. The first event is the max 3 repetition deadlift. The second event is a standing power throw. The third event is the hand release push-up. The fourth event is a sprint and drag carry. The fifth event is the leg tuck. And the last event is a 2-mile endurance run. The CWST stands for the Combat Water Survival Test. This test tests cadets' proficiency and stamina in the water. There are 5 events that make up the CWST, which include the 15-meter swim, equipment ditch, 3-meter drop, swimming laps for 10 minutes, and treading water for 5 minutes. The CWST is usually conducted at Davidson College. Labs are where we apply classroom instruction to a tactical environment. Our labs are usually conducted at Davidson College. In our labs, cadets take on evaluated leadership roles. A few of the tactical operations that we do include ambush, raid, reconnaissance, and movement to contact. In this slide, I will be discussing CST, which stands for Cadet Summer Training, or Advanced Camp. Advanced Camp is the ultimate test of all training, and it's 4 weeks at Fort Knox, Kentucky. Cadets usually attend Advanced Camp their summer before their senior year. At Advanced Camp, cadets are tested in a variety of tasks, including weapons qualification, land nav, sticks lanes, first aid, CBRN class, and a branch orientation. I now want to discuss college life as a cadet. One of the first things I want to mention is that there is no military obligation for the first 2 years in the program unless you're a contracted cadet. Also, time management is one of the most important things that you have to gain. It's definitely a skill while being a cadet and a student. Why? Well, because you have to maintain your physical fitness and your grades. That means you can't go to every party or stay up and work too much. Cadets are encouraged to attend and be a part of numerous clubs and organizations. Additionally, within ROTC, we have special teams such as the Color Guard and Ranger Challenge. Also, it's important to be a well-rounded cadet to make your cadet file and your resume be more appealing to jobs after ROTC and after college in general. How to pick a major. This is one of the questions that I struggled with in high school, but what I want to encourage you to do is to come into college, perhaps undecided, and explore your options by asking questions and doing your own research. Also, it's super important that you remember that your GPA is the most important thing. Grades come before anything else because you are a student in college. It's super important. In this slide, I want to discuss with you the three components within the Army, which are active duty, National Guard, and reserves. So active duty is basically being in the military full time. You can be deployed at any time. National Guard. The thing about National Guard is that they serve a dual mission. They respond both to the state and to the federal government. Additionally, reservists and guardsmen attend a drill weekend, so once a month, as well as annual training, which is 2 to 3 weeks out of the year. Finally, Army Reserve officers train to support and assist active duty soldiers. I will now be discussing the numerous career opportunities available to officers. The first thing I want to discuss are Army Combat Arms branches. These branches include infantry, air defense artillery, armor, aviation, the Corps of Engineers, field artillery, and special forces. Combat support branches include the Chemical Corps, Signal Corps, Military Intelligence Corps, and Military Police Corps. Combat service support branches include the Adjutant General's Corps, Finance Corps, Ordnance Corps, Quartermaster Corps, and the Transportation Corps. I wanted to thank you all again for watching this video, and I encourage you to follow us on Instagram at UNCC Army ROTC. Also, if you have any questions at all, please email me at the email listed on the slide. And if you want to explore our battalion's website, just use the link provided on the slide.